from behind wins that this team has already shown. What type of sign is that for what's to come in terms of their character and their fight?
It's just building it. It really is. I mean, these are the type of wins you love. We're clearly, I don't know how many wide open shots and layups that we missed tonight, Lauren. But if the sign is don't that happens, and you got to keep playing. So I was really happy. 37 points in the second half we held them to on a night where we're struggling making shots. Tells you that instead of falling in love with your offense, you kept playing the game. You hung in there long enough, and you grinded the game out. These games are great for your character.
The next two will come from Keith Pompey and Dan Gelston. We'll start with Keith first. Go ahead, Keith.
Hey, Doc, can you just talk about Joel's performance?
He was terrific, dominant. It's funny, Keith. Obviously, he had 29 points. I thought he made the three key plays down the stretch by passes. Got the ball out of the post, swung it, got the ball out again, swung it to Seth for a three. I mean, that's how we have to play. Joel Embiid is a dominant basketball player, and the other teams are going to send people. And we work on it every day, everyone getting to the right spots. So Joel didn't have to think. He can just pass it, and he did that tonight.
And how scared were you when you saw him on the floor? And what's wrong with him?
I don't ever ask. I don't ever look. Every time I've asked, I got bad news. So if you can tell, I didn't even go down there. I rarely go down because every time I go down and ask a guy, "How are you?" the news is bad. So I didn't want any bad news. Let me put it that way.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Dan Gelston up next. Go ahead, Dan.
Hi, Doc. You had said, when you were hired that you didn't really care how many shots Ben took or how many threes he took. I mean, it's been a few games, obviously. Are you seeing anything? Do you feel like you still need a little more offensively out of him?
No, I want to win. I swear, I really, someone taught me this long ago. You win the game, and you keep winning games, and you don't worry about who scores. Ben missed some great shots tonight. If he had converted 2 or 3 of the layups that he made and got to the foul line a little bit more, he would have been fine. So we played good offense tonight. We just couldn't make shots, like literally couldn't make by our shooters. So that's all I'm concerned with. But I could care less. I'll let you guys talk about what Ben doesn't do. I just want Ben to keep playing great defense, running our team, and winning games.
Kai Carlin and Paul Hudrick will be the next two. Kai, you can go ahead first.
Hey, what's going on, Coach?
What's happening?
Joel obviously had a hell of a night, but Tobias was, all over the floor on both ends. What did you see specifically out of him tonight?
I just thought in the second half he got very aggressive on both ends. It's funny. My favorite play of the night had nothing to do with Tobias other than we were bringing the ball down. You remember Tobias ran and grabbed the ball from Ben and told us to throw the ball to the post. Like he demanded that we post after. And what I loved about that was Tobias had it going. And he looked at the matchup and said, we're going down to the post. That's the type of stuff you love as a coach. That was the right decision, too, by the way. So that leadership and that toughness that he showed was terrific tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
You're up, Paul.
Hey, Doc. With Joel, it seems to me, just from watching him over the years and to this year, he's really running a lot more and looking to establish early post position. It seems like, as opposed to maybe in previous years. Was that a point of emphasis with him? Training
it's the major point because it's. I think we got one early in the game. He actually missed a shot, if you remember. I think it was early in the game. He ran down the court, sealed, got deep. And he even laughed, he said, man, I'm not used to being that deep because that's where, with his size and speed, he can do that. He obviously is not going to do that every time. I don't want him to. He'd be exhausted. But if he does that 4 or 5 times a game, that's huge for us.
Time for one more question, and it will be Austin Krell. Go ahead, Austin.
Hey, Doc. So, with the increase in pace that you talk about, do you feel like having Ben as the initiator in the pick and roll can sort of slow down that pace, considering there are times when he's throwing the ball around the perimeter and there's 8 seconds left on the shot clock and there's no progression in the play yet?
I didn't see that. You must be watching a different game than me. I thought Ben got to the paint. So that's all we want him to do. Every time Ben gets to the paint, for the most part, good things happen. He turned the ball over tonight. I thought the late clock situations came more from post-ups. We throw it out, and then we tried to repost Joel. And, you know, we have a rule, you can't repost after 10 seconds. So other than that, I'm fine with Ben.
All right, that'll do it.
All
Thank
right.
you, Coach.
Thank you.